Hello, guys, gals, pals, ladies, and gentlemen of the jury. Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 10 of the Cheeky Chatter Podcast. Today, I am joined by Phil
Hello, everybody.
and Lucas.
What is up?
And as you know, I am Tyler. A little short-staffed again, but I feel like this is kind of like a regular crew. We've done an episode, us three, at least once before, probably twice.
Yeah, you say short crew, but we're all above 6 feet, so
That's true.
we're not short, but
Yeah, that's a fact.
yeah,
Yep. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way, but I'm sure I see how the listeners could imply that.
yeah. I want everybody to know how tall I
it's
am.
clear.
Okay?
Yeah,
We should also point out that Nick is under 5'8" and Klug is under 5'6".
And that is why they're not here, because they're short.
Yeah.
Nick is actually watching The Bachelorette tonight. That's where he is.
God damn it, we've lost a soldier. I'm not gonna lie though, I have watched a little bit of The Bachelorette.
I watched a music version of The Bachelorette a little bit last year, and it was so bad. It's unbelievable. I can't believe the people actually watch those shows.
It's definitely scripted.
Yeah, but it's so
The pro.
it kind of like hurts to watch sometimes.
Totally. I've also been forced to watch Jersey Shore, which if you think it hurts to watch The Bachelor, I literally, every time Jersey Shore comes on, I actually physically recoil. That show is so hard to watch. I don't know if you guys have ever
I've never seen
attempted.
Jersey.
Yeah,
Bro.
no, I have no experience with that.
God damn it. It makes The Bachelorette look like one of Spielberg's films. That's not even a joke. But I do like I think The Bachelorette is funny enough, in my opinion.
You just watch it for the plot?
I watch it to laugh at it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, there are other things I watch for the plot. Wink.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yep. I won't ask any further questions.
Good. You won't have to tonight, Tyler.
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
You know?
I feel like we always find a good place to end the opening and move into something, because if someone says something that just makes us want to move on.
Season 2 double digits.
I
Kinda
know.
crazy. I didn't
Next
realize
week
we were
is
already
the
on episode
season
10.
finale, boys.
Dude, we're already on episode 7. That's
Episode
awesome.
10.
Oh, I thought he said double digits. My bad.
Oh,
But
so
that's
you mean
crazy. Yeah.
Just yeah.
Okay. Dude, this show is lit. So I'm glad we've survived this long.
know.
Do you remember in the beginning when we were like, most shows last an average of 8 episodes?
And
then
we were
here
celebrating
we are.
when we got to that
Yeah.
point. We're like we did it. I think this is like our 20th episode or something like that. 19th or 20th.
Yeah.
Almost at triple digits.
I mean,
Almost.
honestly, it's very
Almost.
difficult to count how many episodes we've done, because episode 4 in season 1 with Tommy and Nicolina was
That was
broken
a
up into
double,
2
right?
parts.
Oh,
So
snap.
like technically it was published as 2 episodes, but it was actually
And are we
recorded
counting
at
the episode
once.
that was lost too?
And then we lost
snap.
episode 8.
That was a
And then
great
the week
episode.
of election day, Clug and I were the only 2 on, and we recorded a highly political episode that we decided not to release. And so we pretended we didn't even record that, and we went straight from 8 to 9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's been a bumpy road, but our
We've made
tires
it.
are still intact.
Yeah. I feel like this is a good time for some stat updates. I don't think I've done one the past 2 weeks.
2 weeks, really.
Well, I did one the week of the election, so I guess that was 2 weeks ago, so I haven't done it in 3 weeks.
That
Okay,
was
fair
2 weeks
2
ago?
episodes. Yeah.
Wow,
The
that's
election was already 2
crazy.
weeks. Yeah.
Dude, that's insane.
So we are at 448 plays, and we have $3.03 in ad revenue.
Let's go.
Oh my god, dude. It was
We
just a
hit
couple
triple
days
digits
ago.
in money.
Yeah, literally. It felt like just a few days ago when you were like, it's $1.
25 cents.
Yeah,
I know.
literally.
We picked up some steam. We've
Hype.
been doing well. I have
Yeah.
learned that we
What are we
can't
gonna
cash
spend
out
this
until we
on?
make $10. Nope, we can't
What are
cash
we
out.
investing?
Oh my God, we have
We
to
should.
invest all of the money into
No, it's
something.
got to be something that will better our podcast. What
How
can we
about
buy?
we just go to the roulette table and just put all of our money from that we earn
And
on one
$10. Here
number?
we go.
Yeah, $10 could turn into like 3,500, bro.
Just keep doubling it until we can buy everyone a professional recording
Remember
equipment.
when Nick was trying
Yeah.
to tell us all his roulette strategy?
God, I've heard enough about roulette strategies, but what was his? I don't think I was there.
I don't know. He was like talking about like you put like half of your money on whatever, and then if you lose, then you put it
double
like
it the
half.
next time.
Yeah, you're basically trying to like double or basically trying to make back what you
That's
lost.
the
Did he-
go-to roulette
Yeah,
strategy if you don't know
what? Did
how
he
roulette
say?
works.
Did he say that he thought of that?
No, but
That's
he was
like
just
the
like,
most common thing ever.
He was just
but he
talking
was
about
just like,
what he's gonna
yeah,
do. I think he's
Okay,
like,
fair
if I went to a casino, I would do this, and he's like, you just have to keep doubling until you make all your money back. And we're like,
Until you
yeah,
lose your house.
that's how you lose all your money.
Yeah,
and then
literally, bro.
Nick kept telling us that his grandma was gonna take him to the casino when he turned 18, but that didn't
Yeah, that
happen.
wasn't able to happen.
Yeah.
Lucas, remember when we were gonna go to that escape room for yours and Nick's birthday?
Yeah. Oh man,
That would have been so much fun.
that did look super cool.
I remember for like the rest of our 18th birthdays, we all went bowling, and then whoever turned 18 got to do the axe throwing because they were able to sign their own waivers.
Yeah, I kind of want to try that.
Yep, you haven't been. I think they recently reopened.
Are you allowed to throw an axe at like somebody, or does it have to be at like the wooden?
Well, I mean,
Thing.
as long as you keep 6 feet, I don't see why
Legally,
Okay, cool.
not. I mean, as long as whoever's there isn't watching.
That's true.
I
I
mean,
could say it slipped or something.
yeah,
That's true.
just get him in the backswing,
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
when you're like Wii bowling, but with an axe.
Yeah, literally. Exactly. Be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And it's just like they're dying, and then they look at you and you smile, and they're like, what the? Then you take them out, snap their neck, drink their blood.
is that really necessary? You accidentally threw an axe and hit them in front of the entire place, and people are rushing around like, call 911. You just walk up to him and snap his neck.
Yes, dude. Dude, you gotta make sure, man. You gotta make sure
They
the
can't
job
tell
gets
anyone.
done.
Take
Yeah.
no chances.
Yeah, because before that you throw it, you're gonna be like, you're gonna walk up to them and be like, watch out, bitch. And they're gonna be like,
Oh, so if they survive, you're done
yeah,
for.
exactly. You have to make them like nervous, but not like nervous enough that they'll tell anybody, but like nervous enough that they'll be like thinking about it the whole night. So you just gotta like invest the fear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, you said you want to talk about some NBA stuff.
Oh snap, crackle pop, boy. Yo, the trades, the NBA trades, while not like as insane as like last year, because last year was historically insane.
Yeah,
There's still, I mean, the trade thing has just opened up like a couple days ago.
opened up yesterday.
Yesterday, that's what I was thinking too. And there have already been a couple big trades.
Drew
So-
Holiday. What was it? What were there? 3 draft picks in there.
Yeah,
first
that one
rounders.
was huge. That one was huge. That's gonna be crazy though.
I think
Like-
I think I saw somewhere where the Pelicans got like a ton of young talent and like 6 first rounders for Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis.
Oh
Like
yeah,
in the long run, they're definitely gonna win those trades. Because I mean, they already got Brandon Ingram, who won Most Improved Player,
yeah.
and,
And
they all
have
obviously
Zion.
already have Zion. And then I mean, Lonzo Ball and Josh Hart are good supporting players.
Yeah,
And then you have 6 first rounders I don't know what the time span, but like for those draft picks are, but I mean, give
I
him
do
a good 5 years.
Yeah, I do hope that they like trade a couple of those picks for like a solid player, because like
Yeah,
they're all young. I feel like in a couple years, and
I mean they got Eric Bledsoe and George Hill, so they
yeah,
got those vets
okay, yeah,
now.
that's
But
fair enough. That's fair enough. So, and the Celtics almost got Drew Holiday. I don't know if you
I
saw
know
that.
that would have been crazy.
That would have
I
been
think I think
whack.
Kemba's getting traded.
Really, dude? No, don't say
I don't
that,
want no. I'm sorry. I don't want it to happen. But I think him and Hayward are both being traded.
dude.
We're not letting Hayward go.
Yeah, dude. I love
As
Hayward,
noted
but I
by
do
them
think it's
pushing
best
their
for the team if they trade him. But
Hayward.
yeah,
Who do you think they would go
Well, because
for, or what would be a good trade if they're getting rid of both Kemba and Hayward?
Hayward has been linked to Atlanta, so I don't know
okay.
what
I
kind
didn't
of
even see that.
I don't know what Atlanta wants him
Okay,
because they
that's
want
interesting.
another star to put alongside Trey Young.
Uh-huh. God, I'm gonna miss him. He's like such a cool dude. I'm
I know.
so sad that his
I like
first
Gordon Hayward.
quarter with the Celtics he got
I think
he got so screwed.
that injury literally screwed up the Celtics' plans literally for these 3 years.
Literally, yeah.
I think we could have had banner number 18
I do too.
if Hayward didn't get injured.
I do too.
Because we had it was all planned out. We had this whole process planned out.
And then the games where he did like score like 30 points, we looked like a really convincing team.
Yep.
But he just wasn't consistent enough. So
He never really was that $35 million player after.
exactly.
Injury. I mean, he was obviously above average just because that's the caliber of player he is, but
Yeah.
he never returned to his same form.
I would love to see a universe where he didn't break his leg that fateful day.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what he could have been like. Wouldn't it be crazy if he was like in MVP talks like last year? Say he was, I don't know. I'm thinking a little bit too crazy, maybe, but
I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities.
If he
If he
only
did get
got
hurt.
better on the Celtics, and then people were like, "Whoa, Gordon Hayward," but alas, that is not what we have come to recognize as the truth.
The Celtics have also been linked with James Harden.
Yep, that's true.
And
That's
what
dude, we would have
it
to
is
give up.
interesting.
Would we have to give up either Tatum or Brown?
What I have been seeing is the Celtics trading Kemba to the Knicks in exchange for some first rounders, which we could use in a deal, maybe packaged with a player, but I don't think we need to give up all that much in order to get him with the picks.
That's true.
I do not like James Harden, but
Me neither.
I think I'd hate him a little less if he was on my team.
That's same for me, but I still would hate him. So if we could win with,
But then again,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I kind of hated Kyrie before he came to Boston. I liked him a bit when he was here, but like obviously at the end of his Celtics career, everyone hated him.
Yeah.
So I feel like that may be some sort of a similarity with James Harden. I don't know what kind of locker room presence he is,
Yeah.
but I mean, Kemba Walker's a huge locker room guy.
Exactly. Dude, I think we should keep Kemba.
I think we should too. I think we should.
I hate to say that because like I've said this the last like 2 years, but I feel like because the last 2 years I've been like we should keep what we got and do it again, and it's been you can't say that
it hasn't
3
really
years in a
worked.
row. Yeah.
I mean, maybe something has changed, but I mean, we did change it up for last year, and I mean, I don't know if you can completely blame it on the bubble, but I mean, Kemba really wasn't a big factor in that playoffs. I mean, who knows if it was just the fact that there was this huge break and he had to come back and now play and that, or if it was just the fact that he had zero playoff experience before that. But I doubt I like all the criticism he was getting about like how he wasn't on the level that he should be or living up to his contract. I thought that was stupid because I mean you can't really everything that happened in the bubble. If anything bad went in the bubble, I don't think you can blame anyone for that.
Yeah.
It's a completely different environment.
Plus, bro, I hate when people are like, they didn't live up to the contract. Like, there's, I don't know. Like, just because you're getting, like, there's still a lot of stuff going on. Like, if you pay a player a lot, that doesn't automatically mean he's going to be insane, like, the whole time. I feel like Kemba.
Yeah.
I feel like Kemba was great, and he's getting paid a fine amount for with the Celtics for what he's done with the Celtics.
I know. I know one of our friends was talking about how, like, this was in the bubble. He was talking about how Ken was being paid way too much to be a third option, and I don't think that's true at all. Like, I don't think he's the third option behind Brown and Tatum. I think that he's pretty much on an equal playing field with them. I mean, obviously he's playing number 2 to Jason Tatum, and there's nothing he can do about that. But I think that just the leadership he brings to the team is what helps live up to that contract, because that's something Kyrie never did.
Yeah, that's why I hate when people look at stats and that's how they base like everything. Like, it's a lot more than just stats for what a player is worth. Like in the case of Kemba, being a good locker room presence.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think, I mean, like I said, I love Hayward, but I think we can do something with him and he could get a fresh start on a different team, and then we could make a go again with whatever we get.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was some sort of a sign and trade, but I think the fact that they pushed the deadline from Tuesday to Thursday, and obviously something will have happened with Gordon Hayward by the time this episode comes out. I think that because they pushed that deadline back, I think it's going to be some sort of a sign and trade.
Yeah. So do you think it's going to be with Atlanta?
I mean, they're really the only team I've seen that has a lot. They have a lot of it. They really want them. I don't know what I don't know what we're going to get in return. It'd be nice if we could get Clint Capella, because I know we were looking at him when he was on the Rockets, but I mean, they did just trade from. I don't know what he did with Atlanta, because I mean, it was near the end of when they were playing. So,
did he play any games with them?
I'm sure he did.
Because I definitely never saw like any highlights or anything. That's not to say that he didn't play a game for them, but yeah, I do remember back when he was on the Rockets and the Celtics were talking about him. Would he be that much better of a boost to the team compared to? Obviously, he would be better than like Cantor. But
we already like Cantor has already decided to move on.
Oh, really? How did I not see that?
I don't know, but
dude,
I'm pretty
sad.
Because I think we signed him to it was just a 1-year deal.
That's sad, dude. I feel like everybody loves Cantor. Dude, remember when we first like on media day when he was first on the team, he was like, I'm putting on number 11 so no one else will.
Yeah, he's like, I want to be the reason why no one else ever wears the number 11 in Boston or something like that.
Yeah. Dude, that's awesome.
Clint Capella did not play a game for Atlanta.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But man, Ennis, if you're listening,
I don't know. Was he hurt or something? Because
I think he was hurt, but I could be wrong.
Because 15 games where he was listed as inactive.
Did he play like the game before he got traded? Did he play for the Rockets, or was he injured then?
So he was inactive on January 27th, but he played 17 minutes. He must have got hurt during the game. I don't know. How did they trade him after that? Because he only played 17 minutes on January 29th. So he was inactive the game before, and then he played, and then he was inactive after.
Okay.
He only played 17 minutes and had how many points? Not many points. He had, I don't know where this is. Oh, he had 2 points.
And we still,
Yeah.
well, no, what were you going to say?
It was just more stat stuff, but it's irrelevant.
We haven't even really gotten to like the biggest trade, in my opinion, that's happened. We haven't talked about the Chris
I
Paul
know
to
the
the
Chris Paul
Suns.
trade. Yeah, that's big. My brother's a Thunder fan, and I make fun of him all the time for it. It's stupid. It really is. But literally, they've gotten rid of like 3 of their best 4 players in franchise history, or at least since they've become the Thunder
Yep.
in the past 2 years.
So they got more draft stuff, which I don't
And
know
they
exactly what they got, but
and they got my least favorite player in the NBA.
What? Wait, don't tell me Kelly Oubre.
I hate Kelly Oubre.
Dude, oh my god, what is wrong with you? What did Kelly Oubre do?
Rocked
What?
Kelly Olynyk.
Well, you know what? To be fair, Kelly Olynyk like broke Kevin Love's leg, so Kelly Olynyk deserves to
No,
get
I don't like Kelly Olynyk, but the fact that
okay.
literally I have not liked Kelly Oubre since he literally just got up off the floor and then just ran over Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah, I like Kelly Oubre's attitude, but you know that's fine. He's not for everyone, I guess. And then also Ricky Rubio going to the
Yeah,
Thunder. That's, I mean, you
yeah,
know,
they got a ton
what
of
even
picks.
what is Ricky Rubio? Is he
I don't know
good?
what I
It's
have
weird.
no like. He is like he's a name, but I have no idea why he's a name.
Yeah, I don't
Like
either.
people know who he is, but I have no idea why people know who he is because I think he is the definition of bang average.
Yeah, exactly. I think because there was one year, I forget how many years ago, when he went off against the Thunder in the playoffs, but like that was like it. So I don't know why people still talk about him as if he's, you know, better than some other players that they don't talk about. But that is a huge trade, and I'm interested to see Devin Booker with Chris Paul. That's something I would have never imagined ever.
I know.
That's why I watch the NBA, to see these
Went
combos.
from passing the ball to Lou Dort to passing the ball off to Devin Booker.
Yeah, that's going to
Literally,
be so fun.
Chris Paul was the heart and soul of that Thunder team.
I
And
know. I don't
now
know
the
why they
heart
did
and
that.
soul of that Thunder team is going to be Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yep. Yeah. Who I love that guy. He's cool. He's fun. But like he's super young.
Because Dennis Schroeder is probably getting traded to the Lakers.
I
So,
did
I
see
mean,
that. Dude, the Lakers are also trying to get DeMar DeRozan too or something?
yeah, but that looks unlikely. I mean, he just signed an extension, I believe.
Exactly. I saw that and I was like, yeah. Dude, the Lakers just want everybody in the NBA, huh? God damn.
I saw this tweet and it was like would Harden because Harden wanted to go to the Nets. It was like would Harden to the Nets like worry LeBron and the Lakers? And like the majority said no. I was like, what are you talking about? You have Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden on one team, and you have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. What are you guys gonna do about that? Like,
Yeah. That would, oh my god, that would be insane. That would be too super teamish for me. Like when you get that
more
super team,
more
that would be
super
like,
teamish than the Warriors, like the
I don't
18
know.
19 Warriors.
I mean, basically what you're saying is, all right, you know, because That's tough. That's tough. Would that be?
I don't know because I feel like they have more depth. This Nets team. They may
That's
not
true.
have that starting five, but at least they're like benched. I mean, they had Andre Iguodala, but like, I mean, they had Quentin Cook coming off the bench, and like because they had no money to spend on their bench. But like, I mean, you got Karis LeVert, you have Joe Harris, Jared Allen. Like, I mean, those guys. Some of those guys are starters. Spencer Dinwiddie, but like, obviously, like you have those guys that can come off the bench too.
Yeah.
But like the Warriors just did not.
Who was I seeing though? Would the Nets get rid or would the Nets trade like? I was thinking who would the Nets
That's
trade
true.
for to get? I was thinking like Jared Allen would be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I have no idea what the future of the Rockets looks like because I mean Mike D'Antoni's gone, and then also there's just the whole they're
Maury's gone
like
too.
yeah, and you have no idea what that team's really going to look like because I mean Robert Covington is probably getting traded to
He did get
Portland.
traded.
He did I saw Trevor Ariza, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then both Westbrook and Harden want out.
Yep.
So I mean, small ball. I have no idea what small ball is gonna. It's probably not going to be a thing in Houston anymore. They're not going to be that 3-point shooting team if those guys are gone.
Yeah.
Who knows what they'd want?
Who's their coach? Did they get a coach yet, or are they still?
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I don't think there are any vacancies, and I would hope not, seeing as though the NBA season starts in like a month.
Yeah, dude. By the way, just real quick, I'm a little scared of the 76ers. TBH.
It is
Doc Rivers. I think he's
know.
the best coach, and I'm not just saying that because he used to be a Celtics coach, but like I think he's like one of the best
in today's NBA.
Yeah.
So better than Greg Popovich.
Obviously Greg Popovich has been more successful, but I think right now, as we speak, I would probably want Doc Rivers as my coach more than Greg. That might be controversial, but not by much. Not by much.
Not by much. Personally, I'd like to have Eric Spoelstra over those two. I'm not saying that he's a better head coach. I'm just saying I'd rather have him than those two.
That's fair enough. Lucas, what are your thoughts?
Well, while you guys have been talking, I've just been looking at the background on my computer screen, which reacts to like noises. So whenever you speak, these little colors like pop out.
What the?
Because do you want to see?
Awesome. That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, dude. That I agree. I think they should also do that trade. That sounds fun for the whole family. Should we talk about something that Lucas does know a little bit more about, which is fantasy?
Yeah, let's do it.
And some of the controversies that are brewing.
Yeah, we do have a bit of controversy brewing. So what do we want to start off with?
Should we just start
actually, Phil, we can start off with I know we just had week 10, but if you'd like to talk about your week 9 matchup, I will permit that.
Oh, snap. Yes.
I'll give you the floor for that because you weren't here last week to talk about it. We actually didn't talk about fantasy at all last week.
Yeah, week 9 was I played against Christian's team, and the score was why isn't it showing up right now? Oh, the score was 211 to 76. That's the biggest blowout I've ever seen, first of all.
Yes, but you have to also keep in mind that Christian's team is half Bucks players, and I believe that week he started 3 Bucks receivers.
Yep.
And so when Tom Brady throws 3 picks and puts up 3 fantasy points, his receivers aren't going to do so well.
That's true. Although that did work out for his team this week because he got the most points in the league this week with still starting like half the team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christian
Which
is
sucks for Lucas.
trying to acquire as many Bucks players as he can, and that
Yep.
has led to a bit of controversy.
But before we get into the controversy,
Yeah.
I want to just bathe in my 200 plus point performance by reading down some of the numbers.
Yeah. We already got it. We talked about it last
Josh
week.
Allen, 36 points.
Only 36.
Christian McCaffrey, 37. Dalvin Cook, 39. And that's just the first three. And then we got Keenan Allen with, a little bit of a disappointing 25-point performance. He could do better. Will Fuller, the fifth, with 21 points. Stephon Diggs with 20.8 points. And, I don't even need to go on from there because, you can just tell that my team was thrashing everyone. So,
The thing is, Christian also, Christian is so sold on this whole Bucks team thing that he started the Bucks D against the Saints offense and got -1 points.
Yep.
But his top scorer was Patrick Mahomes, who got 31. But then his second leading scorer was Josh Jacobs, who scored 14 points. And after that was Chris Godwin with 7. There was just no chance he was ever going to beat.
A mixture of him having the worst week I think I've seen ever, plus the fact that I had the best week I've ever seen ever, really just was brutal.
I had a pretty bad week, but I put up more than 78 points or whatever he had.
Yeah. So I'm glad we got a chance to talk about that. That's just, because I'm just such a good manager and I have, all the best, what Josh Allen's the number 2 QB in the league, I checked, and Stephon Diggs is the number 1 wide receiver right now. So, and I don't even have to talk about Dalvin Cook. So we can move on.
Okay.
We don't want to talk about how much better I am than everybody.
You're still a 500 team, but that's besides the point.
Injuries. Sorry, there was something in my throat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, who am I playing next week? Nick. Except my best players are on buys, so it'll be a good game.
Yep.
And then for this week, should we go through the rundown or should we just go to the controversy?
I guess we could just go to controversy.
Okay. So, earlier in the season, Christian and I were talking because he really wanted to beat Nick. This was weeks ago. And I was going to get, who was it, Godwin off of waivers. And he told me, he was like, bro, do you think I could get him? And then, so I can beat Nick. And I was like, sure. Because, that's not like a huge thing. And it's like, whatever. And
Did
so
he beat
this
Nick?
week, I don't remember if he beat Nick or not. I think he did, though. I think he did.
Okay.
Anyway, and then this week I was like, oh, would you look at that? My quarterback has a bye, and my backup quarterback has a punctured lung. So rather than just picking a quarterback off of waivers, I was like, let me try to get something back from when I was nice to Christian. And so since he's putting what's his name, Herbert, on the bench, and he's not starting him, therefore he's useless to Christian's team. I asked Christian if he would let me borrow Herbert for a single week. And we would trade Justin Herbert for Leonard Fournette just for a week, since Herbert's going to be on his bench and therefore useless, as I said. And I feel like no one's had a problem with that except the league manager. Would you like to speak?
Yeah, I guess I'll speak on the subject. So yes, you do mention that Justin Herbert's going to be on his bench, but on pretty much any other team, including my own, he'd probably be starting on a lot of teams. He is the ranked number 8 fantasy quarterback, and so Christian just so happens to have Patrick Mahomes as his starting quarterback, so that's why he's on the bench. So it's not like he's got Phil's guy backup running back for the Bucks. Yeah, so he's got Leonard Fournette on his bench. So Leonard Fournette, backup running back, and Justin Herbert, top 10 fantasy quarterback. I know it's just for 1 week, and this does not affect me, but I felt that it would disrupt the integrity of this league. And there's no money on this league, but I mean, I felt that, let's keep some competitive nature here and, make some realistic trades. Meanwhile, while this was all happening, Christian and Klug actually made a fair trade that I was able to uphold, and that was Antonio Gibson for Ronald Jones, two comparable players. Yeah. So and I said I have no problem with Christian giving Phil Justin Herbert for the week, but you got to put up some sort of collateral, Phil.
But
as in something better than just Leonard Fournette.
Well, the thing is, obviously, I'm going to give him a bench player, not someone I'm starting, because then I would just grab, another top 10 wide receiver quarterback off of waivers. But I wanted to, cause, he kind of owed me a little bit since I let him have another player, and I felt
you could still put Leonard Fournette in this package deal for Justin Herbert just for the week, and he could if you didn't want to, if you wanted to do just 1-for-1 trades, then you could do a couple players for a couple players. But I don't care if it was just for 1 week. But I don't I didn't want to see a trade like that done under my watch.
And you say it ruins the integrity, but I feel like that's just good business, Since we had that little thing in week, I think 4 or something, where I let him have a little bit of the dough, and now it's my turn to have a little bit of the dough.
Right, and I know you want Justin Herbert, but there's nothing keeping you from putting up a little more for him.
That's true, but there's no point really in trading one of my starters anyway, since the whole point of this trade is,
to get a quarterback for this week. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. In a way, I gave him Godwin and Leonard Fournette. Only I'm letting him keep Godwin forever because I let him get him off of waivers versus me.
Lucas, do you want to weigh in?
Yeah. From my perspective, I think I'm on Phil's side, where I feel like since it is sort of a repaying kind of thing, where Phil was nice to Christian first, so now Christian's being nice and lending it to Phil, I think it works out. Whereas if Phil just was doing this out of the blue, I could see how that's like a breach of integrity, you could say. But this to me just seems like an exchange.
But now Nick has been screwed twice, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Because Phil is playing Nick next week.
I don't know if Nick cares too much, though, since he's been starting, a couple weeks. He's started people that are not even, that are injured, I don't know if he did that last week, but that's unfortunate that it is Nick both times.
I think if we asked Nick and if he said he had a problem with it, then it would be then the trade shouldn't be allowed. But as long as
I think I'm okay with Nick being the deciding factor here.
Well, isn't that kind of unfair since he's gaining nothing or he's only losing by saying yes?
It's not like we're asking him. We need to ask him specifically, but if he came forward and said something...
Oh, that's fair enough.
I'm not even sure if he knows you did it, though.
No, I don't. Yeah,
Even though that group chat was buzzing this morning?
He didn't say anything, though.
I know, because Nick... I don't know what Nick was doing.
I was waiting for him to weigh in.
He probably doesn't even know you're playing him this week.
That's true. I think because of the thing earlier in the season, and without that, I could see how just me just doing this out of the blue.
Okay, because Christian was being super sly about the whole thing this morning.
Yeah,
he's telling me not to look at it face value, and how he was just trying to help a brother out. by loaning him a player so that he could build his Bucks army. And so I had no idea. Like I was like, the only way that I can see it right now is face value. And he's like, I guess that's true. And so if he had told me, or someone had told me that you had given him Chris Godwin early in the season, this would have been a different situation. But I think Nick should still be the deciding factor here.
I guess I can't deny that, because he was the one he was the victim both times, which is just unfortunate. We obviously didn't plan for that.
Right.
But if we ask him, like, it's just like, why would he say it, yes?
No, I mean, we just let him weigh in. We could get him to indirectly.
Yeah, exactly. We tell him a similar situation, and then if he joins that side, then we'll be like, get pranked. It's against you.
Yeah.
Except in a nicer way. Yeah. That would be fair if we set up the same situation just without, any bias. Then yeah. Then I would be down for him to make the final decision. So I think I think that we've come to a nice conclusion. I'm glad we all are good
on the same page.
people. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Phil, who's going number 1 in the draft tomorrow?
Obviously LaMelo Ball. No,
False.
dude. I'm gonna
Anthony
be
Edwards.
honest. I'm gonna be honest, real quick. Every single year I watch the NBA draft and I follow it pretty religiously. But this year I can't. I'll give my opinions, but don't take them too much to heart since I haven't been able to pay attention to stuff as closely. So, who are the top 3 like consensus?
I haven't really watched many mock drafts, or I haven't looked at many mock drafts, I should say. But I know that Anthony Edwards from Georgia is the top prospect. Obviously, you got LaMelo. And then
James
probably
Wiseman.
James Wiseman, I would say, is that third player in that top 3.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I feel like there's no real way to predict this draft, or like at least that top 3. And honestly, those top 3 like might not even be the actual top 3.
Yeah, I will say that this draft is definitely like low tier compared to the last few drafts we've had where I've been like the players have been really really good. I'm looking at a list that was
Obi Toppin's also good.
I'm looking at a list of 12 mock drafts like combined into one, if that makes sense. And 8 of the 12 go with number 1 LaMelo Ball, which I hope it's Anthony Edwards. I do want it to be Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna. Man, I can't believe the Timberwolves. I can't believe the Warriors have the 2nd pick. Like, of course, dude.
I know that honestly was like best case scenario for them. They were looking to trade down too.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. I mean, they didn't really need a top draft pick.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was just unfortunate that they had their 2 stars injured.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, with the strength of the West, they need to rebuild a bit after losing players, but
yeah, 9 of the 12 mock ones say James Wiseman to the Warriors. So that would be. I think he would fit best there.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think it would be cool if the Celtics got Cole. What's his name? Cole Anthony.
Anthony. That would be fun. It does say on this list that he's the most likely player for the Celtics.
I'd like that, especially if a Kemba Walker trade is imminent.
Yeah. Yeah, Cole Anthony was fun to watch.
Yeah, I didn't watch a ton of college basketball during the season. I was watching a bit during the end until everything shut down.
Does Cole Anthony seem like the type of player that somebody would like steal or like get higher up and like try to everybody would be like, whoa, no one expected this.
I could see that, yeah.
I could see that. I could see the one of
Celtics
these
are what? How many? Two first
14.
rounders?
Oh,
Only
oh,
14. Do they have their own pick and the Grizzlies pick?
I think so.
Okay.
It doesn't say it here, but I'm pretty sure they do. The last time I looked.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait I will be watching it tomorrow though.
All right, Phil, you want to hop on Discord and watch it?
Yeah.
All right.
Lucas, you can join us too if you.
I might join.
Awesome.
Yeah, the 14th pick is the Memphis pick, and then we have our own pick at 26. And we also have 32,
Okay.
the Bucks pick. So we have 3 first rounders.
I did not know that. I feel like I would have.
I did not know
Yeah,
that either.
like I guess I haven't really been paying attention.
Yeah, so we have 14, 26, and 30. But that could change, honestly, because, I mean, who knows
yeah.
if there's going to be a draft night trade.
Or just if we trade, Hayward or something, and we have to.
Yeah, and we package some picks, because, I mean, we already have some picks. Granted, the highest one is 14, and this isn't a strong draft class, but
Exactly, yeah. But you never know.
you never know with Danny Ainge.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that whatever he does, like, has he made bad moves? Really, like, if we're actually
people
being
were
serious here.
complaining about I mean, to be fair, people that don't really pay attention to sports, but I still saw people complaining when Kyrie left about trading Isaiah Thomas, which
That's
I mean,
true.
Yeah. Would he, if he was still on the Celtics, would he be in the predicament he is now if they didn't trade him?
I think he always had that knee issue, especially when he was with the Celtics.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but I don't know. I think that like just the environment you're in also like contributes to that. So I feel like when he was in Boston, he was. I mean, he played through plenty of injuries while he was here, but I mean, that's just kind of the guy who he is. But I mean, I guess maybe it's just different depending on where you are, and I mean, obviously how you're used contributes to that as well.
Lucas, have you been following any sports or anything?
Not really.
You watched the Masters this weekend, though.
I did. I was watching some of the Masters.
I
That
watched
was
the
fun.
Masters. I enjoyed it. It's the first time I watched the Masters.
Dustin Johnson was playing insane.
Oh my god, 20 under, set a new record. It would have been nice if there were fans there.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, it's funny that this was your first Masters watching because this is the first time since I was like 10 that I didn't watch the Masters. It's so fun to watch, so I wish I could.
I enjoyed it. And Sung Jae Im, he's 22 and tied for second.
Oh yeah, I was watching him as well.
That guy is. I enjoyed watching him. I didn't want him to win because I wanted Dustin to win, but I did enjoy watching him play.
Yeah, Sungjae had some of the best recovery shots I'd like ever seen. Like I saw him hit a couple like just deep into the woods, and he got out perfectly every time.
And they were talking about how like he had the best greenside feel out of anyone playing this weekend.
Yeah, that's the reason I've been watching golf for so long. Like, there's so many people to cheer for. It's hard to just have one winner.
Oh, your guy is Jordan Spieth, right?
My guy is Jordan Spieth. Yeah, he's been very disappointing the last few years, but I can't switch my guy, so I'm locked in. Hopefully he can be back to what he once was.
I like Justin Thomas.
Did either of you watch Tiger's 10-stroke hole?
I watched it after. I did not. I was not watching when it happened.
Wait.
Or no, it wasn't. I don't think it was televised on CBS. I got the notification that
Tiger got a 10 on a hole.
On a par 3.
Par 3.
On a par 3, he got
he hit it in the water 3 times. So he hit it on his tee shot.
God.
On this, I felt so bad. On the second shot, he landed it on the green and spun
and
it
rolled back.
And it rolled back.
Yeah.
That exact same thing happened in the Masters like 2 or 3 years ago to Sergio Garcia. He got a 13 on a hole, and like 5 shots hit the green, but then it rolled down into the water.
Yeah, and then so when he dropped for a second time, hit it into the bunker, and
On the other side of
he
the
put
green.
that one on the green, and it rolled around and down into the water.
Well, no, his bunker shot, he just kind of like power thinned it.
Oh yeah, and it went straight
And
off.
it took like one hop off the ground and onto the water.
He was in such a weird position too. Like he
Yeah.
had 1 foot out of the bunker, 1 foot in. And it was like up near, like his knee was up near his face. Like it was like such a tough shot.
Yeah, and then how many birdies in a row did he get after that?
I think he had at least 4.
Yeah.
This is hard to watch. I'm watching it right now.
It's so unfortunate, but he recovered real well after it.
That's good. I know some people that don't like Tiger Woods, so they were probably real happy about that hole.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So my guy is Justin Thomas, but I also really like Dustin Johnson. He's fun to watch. He like him and his brother. Like I love watching them when they're on the green. It was fun watching them win the Masters together. Him and his brother as his caddy. But like the stuff that I like, even like what he's been like, the stuff that he does before his putts is like honestly what stuff that I've tried to do before my putts.
Yeah, I know.
And I've been learning from watching Dustin.
Oh my God, he chips it out of the sand back into the water.
Yeah,
bro. I think one of you say that? That didn't fully develop.
That was the third water shot.
Jeez, recovering after that would be tough. He really held it together.
Yeah.
Also, Lucas, do you have a player that is like your team, but like?
No, I don't have a specific player because I never watched golf really. So when I first started to watch it, the big, like Rory McIlroy was the one everyone was talking about when I like the very first time watching it.
Yeah.
The first time I actually watched golf was actually this year's Northern Trust. So like the first tournament of the FedEx Cup, and I liked Patrick Reed, and that's when when Dustin Johnson won that tournament. I think he won, and he was 27 under, maybe he was 30 under at the Northern Trust, and they actually played that at TPC Boston. And so I was like, damn, like it would be so cool if I was able to go to that, but unfortunately could not. But that's when I liked Dustin Johnson. And I also, I don't know, I only like Patrick Reed for a bit, but I have been watching Justin Thomas a bit, and I like the way he plays.
Yeah, when I picked Jordan Spieth as my guy, he wasn't like number 1 or 2 in the world at the time. He was just like kind of an up and coming. He was super young, and he was really good, and he won something. I forget what it was. And I was like, if I'm gonna pick a guy, I don't want it to be like the number 1 in the world, the most obvious choice. And I felt like, I felt like he was going to be number 1. I don't know if he ever got to number 1.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, but yeah, he's the last couple of years. It's been like nothing to cheer for when it comes to him. But
unfortunate because he's not that old.
I know. Yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping maybe he'll get back to it. There's still a lot of time.
He has been number 1 for 26 weeks.
Okay, yeah, that's like right after then when he was my guy.
So moving on, and I have one more thing, and that is DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, how did I forget? I was thinking about bringing this up. Yes.
Oh my God. Phil, yeah, so if you haven't seen it, then you have to see it, obviously. DeAndre Hopkins catches a Hail Mary from Kyler Murray as there is 1 or 2 seconds. I don't know. A lot of it said 2 seconds, but on the scoreboard it actually said 1 second. But it was crazy.
They brought the time back to 2 seconds.
Yeah, they brought it back to 2 seconds. But yeah, Phil texts in our group chat, and he's like, "Oh my God, who's watching the Cardinals Bills game?" And I was streaming it in my room, and so literally Phil texts that as the ball is just being snapped, and I watched that play. I was like, "Oh my God."
Yes, that was insane. Because the thing is, the Bills like had just scored, and they took the lead, and the Cardinals had the ball. I think they had either one timeout or no timeouts.
I don't think they had any timeouts.
Yeah, they didn't, and they went like nowhere. And then there was like 11 seconds left on the clock, and it was like they're dead in the water because they had no momentum. And then they just throw that prayer, and then he mosses. This is what Tommy said. He mossed 3 guys, which I didn't even like think of it like that, but yeah,
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
that was
did any of you see the
insane.
picture of him catching the ball like with his hands above everyone else's with the Air Jordan logo on his gloves?
Yeah,
No.
and Nike has it was estimated at $5.7 million in exposure for Nike,
Jeez.
and he's not going to get any of that money because he's not a Nike athlete.
At least he'll get the fame and recognition
Yeah,
of
I mean,
that
obviously
amazing
player
catch.
of the year, but
Yeah, definitely. That was such a fun game. That was probably the second best game in the whole season that I've watched, at least. The first,
after Seahawks and
the
Cardinals,
Cardinals.
are
Yeah, I
that game.
thought that was the best game, especially that overtime, that wild overtime. Yeah, the Cardinals are just like the most fun team to watch. I'm not saying they're my favorite or that they're the best, but they are the most fun, in my opinion.
All right, well, that brings us to the end of season 2, episode 10. Hopefully, you're a sports fan because that's pretty much all we talked about today. But if you're not, I hope you enjoyed the episode regardless. So make sure you are following us on social media on Twitter at ChatterCheeky, Instagram Cheeky Chatter Pod, TikTok Cheeky Chatter Podcast, and on Facebook at Cheeky Chatter Pod. I was talking to Nick last week, and I cannot confirm because I do not want to say anything that may or may not be true, but Nick said that hopefully he'll be making some TikToks when he comes back from school. So I have been saying that there are not TikToks past episode 3 or so, but hopefully now there will be in the near future. So you're going to want to be following us on TikTok. Make sure you listen to the Cheeky Chatter podcast on any podcast platform, pretty much. So big ones being Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. And make sure you write us a review on Apple Podcasts, and we will read it on the show. Next week, season 2 finale. Hopefully we can get most of the boys here. We're looking forward to it. Maybe we'll do something special if everyone's here. But if not, you gotta be getting ready for season 3. It's gonna be a good one. And with that being said, as they say on the legendary show Wipeout and on the Cheeky Chatter podcast, good night and big balls.